Hello, how are you? Hope you're having a fantastic day wherever you are listening from. My name's Helen Harrison, and today I am just diving straight in. And what am I going to talk about? I like to have a bit of a yak every Thursday at 3 p.m. So, what I want to talk about today is all around confidence. And, we often and I can talk for myself, and I know I can talk for the people that I work with, is that we want to make changes. We want to make changes in our life, yet we perhaps lack the confidence or lack the drive to do it or the motivation. And sometimes what can happen is when we lack that, we can drop into that survival mode. And when we get into survival mode, the fight and flight can come up, our old vices can come up, and we can be quite submissive and a bit of a pleaser, and we're always sort of really there for everybody else's demands and wants, but not our own. And inside, you know you've got the potential for greater things, yet you're feeling a bit stuck, a bit stifled, a bit stagnant. So, is this you? Do you feel some of this? And you might be, and you may not have even shared this with a soul, you might want to be ending a relationship. Or perhaps you're trying to reawake the existing one. However, you're not being truly honest with it. Or perhaps you're wanting to start a new career or try for a new position in your work. You're wanting to start a family. You perhaps are really wanting to put some time, money, energy into your health and fitness, yet you're always putting everybody else before yourself. You know that you want to make these changes, but what stops you? You put your head on the pillow at night, and then the good old mind starts up, and you start trying to figure it out, and you start worrying. And why do I keep on looking outside of myself for validation? And I hear this a lot, particularly looking outside of validation from your partner. I have I see this a fair bit. Individuals, often really savvy business owners, they've got it going on in their business. They can make decisions, they're determined, they're persistent, they trust their inner voice, yet in their personal relationship, they don't. And they feel like it's their job to make their partner happy. I hear this a lot. And it's a question I often ask is, well, why can you do it in your business where you've got a multi-million-dollar business? You are so aligned to your values, you have a voice, you got it going on, yet not in your relationship. Why is that? That is a really great question, because deep down inside, you are powerful, you are strong, you are capable, you are empowered. However, you're empowered in business and career, but perhaps not so empowered in relationships and that inner empowerment with yourself. So my question to you is, do you want to stop worrying? Do you want to stop overthinking? And do you want to actually make a real significant difference to the quality of your life, which then will ripple through into your relationship? It just does. So there are 3 essential keys that I've identified working as a marriage therapist for 15 years, but I've also identified in my coaching world that make a significant difference in your life in making your decisions to drop into that empowerment, which actually I believe is your birthright. It's for you to discover it and to really own it and stand in it, and then have it over all of the areas of your life. The powerful methods that I work with, or let's call it strategies, that seems a little bit more logical, doesn't it? The strategies that I do for you to tap into your personal power, to unleash your voice, and to actually start speaking up, no matter which area, whether it be emotionally, whether it be mentally, career, business, health, personally in your relationship. It doesn't matter what areas. So today, what I'm going to be talking about is the 3 essential keys to liberating and living in your life with confidence. And I suppose the reason I'm so passionate about this is I wasn't confident, I wasn't liberated, and I know some of the individuals that I work with aren't that. But by learning, by going through a strategy and learning essential keys, you will become your best friend, and you will have your own inner power source to be able to connect with that inner empowerment. So today, what I'm going to talk into is learn how to permanently stop the people pleaser behavior. You're going to stop the internal judgment. And I'm going to take you through a step-by-step way to begin trusting yourself. And lastly, how to identify when you are actually out of alignment with your authentic self. So I've got a lot to talk about. Just have a sip of water. So let's dive in. Why is it important to be able to stop the people pleaser behavior? What is it that in that people pleaser behavior that hurts you? So you may not be a people pleaser out in your career or out in your business, but perhaps in your intimate relationship you are. So a people pleaser, you're constantly looking outside of yourself to please your partner, to make your partner happy. If your partner comes home and your partner's not in an overly great mood, that actually affects your mood. That affects your well-being. And then you start overthinking and worrying, well, what have I done? And then you might try harder. And then when you try harder, your partner's still not in a better place. Well, what's going on? You know, and then it can really start activating some old beliefs that perhaps you haven't healed yet. Beliefs like, I'm not good enough. I'm not allowed to honor my needs first. I'm not important. There's many beliefs. So it's really, really important. If you really want to get in and under that behavior of being a people pleaser, you've got to get in under the beliefs and the beliefs that you're playing out. So imagine that you have, let's just talk into that, I'm not allowed to honor my needs first. That's a really common belief. It's one I had, and it's one that I have with the people that I work with. Not all of them, but quite a few. I'm not allowed to honor my needs first. Hello, Kim. Lovely to see you. Another great topic. Yes, love this topic. Great to see you. So being able to honor your own needs first, what does that look like? It's being able to put yourself first. It's being able to speak up. It's being empowered enough to know that it is important that you speak honestly, that you come not from the people pleaser inside of you, but from a very strong, centered, grounded place within yourself, that it isn't your job to make somebody else happy. It is actually your job to live from the best version from within you, that authentic version from within you. But what is fantastic about relationships is relationships will touch in the unhealed parts of us. So when we come from a place of empowerment, I talked earlier about the gentleman who is really strong in business, very determined, persistent, no people pleaser going on. Yet in the relationship with the partner, he's not. So how do we swing that same empowerment from not being the people pleaser in business into your life? So it's very similar, but why? Question to ask yourself, why is it different? So sit in that question. Why is it that in my intimate relationship, I'm not determined, I'm not persistent, I just know my yeses and nos? Why is that? So that is something to really question. And look, I could give you all the answers under the sun. Coaching is the quality of questions that your coach asks you. And so, if I just go because of this, this, and this, that's not going to land. If you're relating to this, and yeah, Helen, I'm actually really strong in my career and in my work, yet not in my personal life. It's, how old were you? Go back, how old were you when you started looking outside of yourself to please mum or please dad? When did that pattern begin? That generally gives you a little bit of an inkling as to where this pattern has come from. Because being able to come from a liberated part of you and to be able to live in your life with confidence, true empowerment is to be able to do it across all areas of your life. And so if you are able to do it in your career and in your business, you have these parts inside of you. So it's being able to learn the strategies, the skills, the tools, and the processes to be able to do it in your personal life. And so it's learning how to stop the people pleaser. It's being able to get out of that person's business. It's bringing it back to yourself. You can't change your partner. You can't make your partner happy. Relationships aren't here to make you happy. Your intimate relationship is not here to make you happy. And you're probably thinking, well, that's a bit odd, Helen. Of course it is. Well, no, it's not. Your intimate relationship is the biggest playground for personal development and to heal the unhealed wounds inside of you, and then to be able to live from the empowered place inside of you. And then when a trigger happens, because a trigger will, it's life. You're a living, breathing organism. You're going to get triggered. When you are triggered, you are able to access inwardly and go in and attend to yourself and be there for yourself. Just like you do in your business. You will probably bring in a lot of masculine energy to attend to yourself when you're triggered in your working life. And in how do you do it? In your personal life, it takes vulnerability, it takes compassion, it takes allowing whatever is here to be here. Okay, well, what's here right now? And be able to land in the body. That is true empowerment, is to be able to come in, call it coming home, call it landing in, grace, whatever you want to call it. So that then takes me to my second point, is to stop the internal judgment and learning the step-by-step way to trust yourself. So when you are feeling a certain feeling, say the people pleaser comes up and you are trying to please your partner and you're feeling agitated, or you're feeling sad or confused or overwhelmed, being able to stop the internal judgment, it's being able to get out of the head. It's being able to get out of the doing and to be able to land and drop into the body and to experience whatever is here right now. So if you're feeling agitated, if you're feeling confused, stop doing, take a few deep breaths, drop into the body. Where in the body am I feeling this overwhelm? And so to be able to tap into that, you can't heal this, be with this, and be empowered by doing. You think you can, but you can't. I've tried, it doesn't work. It's learning how to drop into the body. Like my feet are flat on the ground, I'm wiggling my toes. Drop it into the body and dropping in. No judgment. It's whatever's here, whether it be sadness, overwhelm, feelings of not enough, which then brings in feelings of failure, shame, guilt, judgment, whatever is there. However, it's allowing to have no judgment. And look, have I got it all going on? No. Man, I can judge myself, but I'm getting better. It's a work in progress. For me to have grace and softness and compassion for myself, this has been a work in progress. If I go back to particularly my early 30s, when I started really identifying that I was pretty sad individual, a pretty lost soul, short black hair. Don't come near me. Don't look at me. Definitely don't touch me. I let nobody in, and the judgment I had on myself. And so I've had to learn how to have self-compassion, how to love myself, how to connect with that inner power source. I didn't have any inner power source. So I've had to learn how to do this. And it is a process. It's a daily process. I know the days, I can go a few days where I don't meditate. I'm not my happiest. I begin my day, when I am the happiest is when I begin my day with meditation. And so why do I meditate? Look, and it's a meditation practice, because it isn't something that I have found easy at all. And so if we go to the third essential key to liberating and living in your life with confidence, identify when you are out of alignment with your authentic self. I'm out of alignment, and I've segued, I apologize, I'm good at that. I'm out of alignment when I'm living too much in my head, when I'm overthinking and I'm analyzing and I'm trying to work things out. And when I'm out of alignment with my authentic self, like my top value is inspiring and teaching. My second value is health, and my third is learning and growing. When I'm not in alignment with my authentic self, I am wobbly, I'm agitated, I'm aggravated, and what I find helps me land, helps me come home, helps me be with whatever feelings is here, is meditation. So being able to identify it's when I'm a bit zoomed up, and I've got to be so self-aware, because it activates my nervous system. When my nervous system gets activated, it then activates my stress response. And whoa, still to this day, I can go into my fight or flight or freeze. I then turn to my addictions, sugar, drinking, social media, overspending, shopping. So they're all my vices. So look, when I'm out of alignment, I will begin some of these behaviors. I'm in my head. I'm worrying, I'm overthinking, I'm not sleeping. So I'm not aligned to my authentic self. And I'm a living, breathing organism. I have to be constantly tapping in. And a few things that really help me is wiggling my toes, using my breath as an anchor, taking time out to just be present. And I believe it's a skill. And being able to live life with confidence is being able to be aligned with my authentic self. And look, you don't just wake up and be totally liberated and living with empowerment in every single area of your life. You're not. This is a practiced thing. I'm out of alignment when I don't take time out for fun. Oh, I am hearing you, Kim. That is so true. If I haven't had a laugh, because I love a laugh, and actually that takes me to, you've really reminded me. And so for those of you who have young families, this is something I did with my three sons as I was raising them, was best, worst and funniest. And we go round the table at dinner time, and we'd all have turns. And I recognised there was a period in my life, particularly towards the end of my marriage, where I wasn't having fun. I actually couldn't think of anything. And it really made me stop and think. So, yeah, I really love what you've said there, being able to take time out. And yes, all of that. The nervous system is activated, sad and feeling sorry for myself. Yeah, it is so common. And I know for me, when my nervous system is activated, it does bring in the self-doubt, the overthinking, the worrying. So I really hope I've normalized this, And I suppose I want to give you value. It's being able to feel liberated and living in your life with confidence. So look, if any of this has spoken to you, hashtag live or hashtag replay, let me know what has spoken to you, because it's really great to get feedback, to see what is of value to you. But it's all about one step at a time, and particularly with when it comes to your own personal power and your own self-empowerment, just start off with a little bite-sized piece. It could be, right, I'm going to start doing 2 minutes of meditation a day. Fabulous. Start there, and then you build on it. And from there, you can then add to it. But it's a really great place to start. So anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you because I'm out of time. And I could yak on all day about this. But enjoy living your empowered life. And I will see you on the next Facebook Live. See ya.